top of the morning to you. You know, I feel like I should have a, you know, something I say each time. But then, knowing me, I would just forget it. I'd forget it. But my name is Alicia, and this is Enlightenment Newbie, and this is my tarot series where I take a look at one card per video with traditional art, non-traditional art. I use my eyeballs to look into those cards and see what does my intuition say? How do I read these? What does this mean to me? And then I read out of this book. It is the only tarot book you'll ever need by Sky Alexander and Mary Shannon, in which they give their interpretation of the cards. So if you are new to tarot, if you've watched some readers on YouTube, or if you have seen decks around and thought about buying some, but you really don't know where to start or what the cards mean, I'm here to let you know there's not one singular meaning behind any of the cards. The greatest thing about tarot cards is you're allowed to use your personal experience, your gut, to determine what those mean. There may be underlying tones to the cards, but it's really up to you to determine what the message is. So let's begin, shall we? I'm going to take a look first at the non-traditional artwork. This deck, I'm not going to say this deck. I'm going to show you the box because I will say it wrong. I believe it's Portuguese. But I love this deck, it's beautiful. It doesn't like to be shuffled vigorously. It's more of a soft massage the deck. So taking a look at this artwork here, you've got a beautiful woman, and it is as though she's definitely regal. Do you know, have you ever watched Bridgerton? It reminds me of Bridgerton, where she goes and she's got a dance card. That TV show taught me what dance cards are. Your dance card could be filled. Full. It needs to be filled. Anyway, so she is back against the wall, just, I think she's waiting, patiently waiting. She's went around the room and she has talked to all of the gentlemen suitors, or possibly the gentlemen suitors have come and they have talked to her, because really, if we were birds, they'd be flying around showing off to get our attention, right? So let's just pretend that's what happened. So she's so beautiful. She's the Nine of Pentacles. She's waiting to reap the rewards of everything that she's done. So now let's take a look at the traditional artwork. And you know what's great? She's got a bird. She's holding a bird. Honey. Everything happens for a reason, even the stuff that comes out of my mouth. Okay, so she is also very regal, but now she is in a vineyard. I'm going to say, well, she's in Portugal, because these cards, I do believe, are Portuguese. So she's not in Italy, she's not in France, she's in Portugal, and she's in a vineyard, and there's a little snail there at the bottom, and she's checking on her grapes, and she is very nurturing. She's lovingly looking at this bird who is perched on her. It looks like it's one of those, it's probably like a falcon or a hawk, because it has a mask over it. So she's trained this bird. This bird has a purpose for her. Maybe to keep her vineyard clear from threat. Okay, so she's lovingly trained this bird. She's taken the time. She's cultivated these grapes. She's reaping the reward of training her bird, because her bird here keeps all of the vermin out of her grapes, and now she can make wine. Do you like how this is going? This is how I interpret the cards. But see, the message is Slow and steady wins the race. There's a snail, and then there's a bird. There's no vermin. So putting your time into something that you care about, putting your time into how you look, putting your time into your job, you know, putting time into self-care, it is all, you're going to reap the rewards. Pentacles are about gain, financial gain, knowledge gain, stability, okay? So let's see what the book says. The Nine of Pentacles suggests that you are free from financial concerns or worries. You are in a period of abundance thanks to your good decisions in business and financial affairs. This card says you've arrived to the ball. I was gonna say Bridgerton ball. You have accomplished your goals and now you feel secure. Upright. You have integrated the factors of your life into a secure base. Now you are enjoying money, resources, and physical energy as a smooth combined flow. Isn't that beautiful? That's what we want. We want to be in flow with our life force. We don't want to fight against it. Things should be easy for us. We should just kind of move with the current, right? There's plenty all around you: material, well-being, order, safety, and success. Reversed. Your security is shaky, and you may be dependent on someone else, perhaps a spouse or relative, for your financial well-being. Circumstances may have caused you to lose your independence. Figure out how to regain what you've lost. It's so important to not be codependent, because being codependent, you lose yourself. And it's not necessarily, maybe you're codependent and someone is taking care, or you were taking care of someone else, or they are taking care of you. And it doesn't necessarily have to be like a financial thing. It could be someone, maybe you're taking care of your parents in their older, their older years, or you have someone in your household or someone that you care for because you love them. Or maybe you are a caretaker in your job, and so it is a dependency type of situation that you put yourself in, but you have to remember to take time out and just care for yourself. Because I like to look at life as like a battery. A daily battery, okay? And we have so much energy that we can give, and we give it mentally, and we give it physically, and we give it emotionally, and then we're tapped out. So if you work in a job, or if you're in a relationship, and even like school teachers, nurses, any time that you're around people and your job is to care for them in any kind of fashion, doesn't necessarily have to be like an at-home caretaker, but you're giving so much of yourself. And then if that is your profession, you have to go home and continue that trend of caring for others. So you can get burnt out, and it is natural, and it is nothing to be ashamed of. It's just the way that it is. We have a battery life. So if you do get the Nine of Pentacles reversed, and I don't like to read reversed cards because I don't know, exactly what's going on, but I'm going to remember this one. So if this shows up in my life reversed, I'm going to take a note and be like, okay, I need to do a little self-care, or I need to set boundaries, because I can't give everything. And on the reverse, if you are someone and you do feel like someone else is taking everything from you, and you can't set those boundaries with them, then try to set them with yourself, I guess, because sometimes you really can't, especially if you're trying to care for somebody. You can't be like, I'm not going to care for you today. You can't do that. So you can't have that conversation. They need you. But you're having a conversation with yourself. You're like, okay, I'm going to do this for as long as I can today or this week, and then I'm going to go to a movie by myself. I'm going to go sit at the park by myself. I'm going to go to that restaurant that I want to go to and order whatever I want by myself. And make it a good thing. And you know what? If that means that you have had no time to decompress, let's say you're just totally burnt out and you need to have a good cry, take that food, go to your car and bawl. Cry. Because I've been there where you've given everything you possibly can give and you are doing it and you're not going to stop, but you need a minute. So, 9 of Pentacles. You're on the right path. You've done everything you need to do, but just make sure that you don't give too much of yourself. Because it is about security too, Pentacles. So, okay guys. My name is Alicia and this is Enlightenment Newbie and this is my tarot series. So come on back and we'll talk about more cards. Thanks. Bye.